afternoon, Stampers. It's Beverly, my Messy Room Stamper, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States here with you today. I'm back to show you another card that I'm going to create with you. I'm going to use the Country Home stamp set. It's in the annual catalog. Annual left me. I love this stamp set. It has so many pretty things that you can do with it. Great for fall, but it's great for any season also. And then I use the 10 tile embossing folder. Very pretty. And I used it on the silver, I'll show you, on the silver foil. And it does look like 10. It comes out looking really nice. So I'm going to do this card today sort of turned a little different than normal. Kind of a fancy fold, but it's not very fancy. So I cut the card on the 4.5 side, which people refer to that as the hot dog side. I don't know. And then I scored it at 5.5. Then once I had scored it, I came back in and I cut off 2.5 inches. No, I'm sorry, 2.25 inches. And so I ended up with this. So what I did was, this is half of the card front. Do you know what I mean? I hope so. So this would have been 4.5 by 11, folded at 5.5, and then 2.25 cut off of it. Then I'm using the Verdant Garden today. This was mint macaroon. This is the Verdant Garden, some of the paper. And I just cut it 1/4 inch less. And I'm going to put it right there. I'm just going to reach over here and get some adhesive. I put some of these steps together today because, well, for one thing, coloring, I can't talk in color. And I didn't want you to have to sit here and watch me color because I'm not an expert. And then on the inside, this is a piece of 4 by 5.25. And I'm gonna actually adhere it right at the edge here, and I'll show you why in 1 second. So let's adhere that. This card goes together very quickly once you get the idea of how you cut it out. I'm gonna cut it right there. So that's going to be like that. Got it so far. And now I'm going to take this piece of foil that I cut and I'm going to put it right here. This is going to come together for you in just a minute. You'll see. It's going to turn out really pretty, I think. I hope. Because I did fiddle with it for a little while going, is that going to work? Is that going to work? But I think it did work. I think it's working. I'm going to put this right at the edge. Because once I get this piece where I stamp the image, I don't want it to show. So this was using the Stitch Rectangle dies, and I stamped the milk can with the flowers on top. I colored them in various shades of green that I had in the blends. This their little dot of red is real red, and then this is Crumb Cake, and this is what were these? Light Smoky Slate, and I believe this is, oh, and Dark Smoky Slate. So I just sorted in, and I put Hello inside of it. This is another piece of the mint macaron that I cut 1/8 inch larger. I just wanted it to be a tiny bit. I just wanted a little bit of color around it. Not very much. I'm using this fast fuse that's retired. I'm sorry, but I don't seem to know where my other is, and so there. So now I have this. And what I'm going to do now is put it right here. Evenly. Sort of. Like that. And so what you're going to see is this beautiful 10. And then the paper here. And then when you open it, it's going to be like that. But I'm going to do one more thing that I think is going to add a little bit of oomph to it. I'm going to tie a bow right here. It seems an odd place, but I think it's going to work out. And I think it's going to give just enough color to it that it's going to flash off the card. I'll make sure I get it flat. Yeah, I think that's how I want it. This is the Real Red, it's Real Red cotton ribbon. Sorry, it is Real Red cotton ribbon. Did I turn it? I did turn it. And let's just move that over a tad. I obviously can't talk and tie bows either, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And it's not as tight as I would like it, so let's try it again. But let's turn it this way this time. And so, left over right. Big bow. Right over left. There's a lot of dead space in a video, isn't there? Sometimes. And I'll have this up on my blog later today, so that you can view it. I'll have the dimensions and a picture of the card, so you can get a better idea of what I've done. I'm just going to bring that down just a tad. I'm going to cut this off a little bit. Like that. So there's that. There's your bow. And now see, when I put this up here, I think it's just going to add just enough color that it does pick up the little red in there. Do you see that? And so let's add dimensions down here. Not that this isn't already popped up to a certain extent, but I think it might look better with a few dimensionals down there. I'm getting to the end of this little sheet. Got to use everything I got. Tomorrow, remember to check back and check on my blog at mymessyroomstamper.blogspot.com. No, today, Wednesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday. Because we're having a flash sale at Stampin' Up. So if you click on my online store, it will take you there. Oh, I don't want these. And I don't want these. Well, I might want this one. Which one do I want? I might want this one. Sorry, I got to thinking about the flash sale. I got excited. Flash sale, 15% off select stamps. So check out my online store and you'll be able to see which they are. It's for one day only, so make sure you tune in, go over there. And while you're checking out what I did here, you can click on the online store. So then I'm just going to pop that up like that. And there you have it. You could use it as a birthday card if you want it. Oops, it's crooked. Well, I'll fix that later. So there you go. I think it turned out pretty nice. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is the Country Home stamp set and the 10-tile embossing folder. Please use my online store to order anything off of it and check out the sale today, all right? I'll see you next week. I hope you have a great week. Thank you. Bye.